Hello and welcome to today's series of Baker's Diaries. On this platform we get to interact with various players in the industry. We get to journey with them, get to know their stories, how they progressed to where they are at the different stages in their profession. And today we are at Beldina'S Delicacies, and our guest is a master of different trades. She's a teacher, she's a baker, she's a trainer, and so much more. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me on your show today, the Baker's Diaries.
You're very much welcome.
I'll be glad to share all what I know about baking and to inspire other bakers out there. My name is Beldina Kirito J. I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a teacher, I am a baker, I am a vlogger, I am a blogger, all those ones.
Very many hats.
Yes, we have very many hats.
Growing up, what was the inspiration?
So for me personally in life, I've been this very active person. At no particular point in my life I remember just idling or staying that idle. Actually, like I'll share more on business. Personally, I started business in campus. Actually, before you find immediately after high school, let me take you back. Immediately after high school, I was employed by my aunt in a pharmacy as a receptionist and accountant mwenye hajaqualify vizuri. And then after I joined campus, that's when I started business. I've sold mtumba tops. 6 ingenipata Gikomba, and by 8 nimekaa class ni kama sijafanya kitu.
Wow.
And then in the evening after the classes I would be there knocking kwa milango selling tops, and I used to do so well. I could buy a top at 50 bob and sell at 150 or 200, 100% profit. Yeah, so in campus actually I really used to do business and it used to do so well. And my lifestyle was in campus was happy because I'm just getting my money na niza kukula tu na kujivalisha. So that's where my passion for business started. I also did photography actually in campus. I used to have a camera, a digital camera, and I used to do photos. Yeah, immediately after campus I started a beauty shop which didn't pick. Yeah, so I just closed. Then my husband also through in partnership with another pharmacist, we opened a pharmacy which didn't pick. We just had to just abandon it. And then we also did landscaping. Yeah, so in landscaping you find that most Kenyans have not really embraced modern landscaping. Yeah. So we would go get a client, try to come up with a quotation, 3D designs and all that, but wanaona tu hawa ni watu wa shamba, like kupanda maua nyasi, kuweka kabro, season za watu wa mikono. So people in Kenya, people have not taken that seriously, and we didn't pursue it further. So after we experienced challenges, we just stopped with it. Then we just sat down and asked, what else can we do? So I'm usually so much passionate about cooking, good food. Yani, me and good food tuko hivi. So what happened, my husband told me, by the way, you're so passionate about cooking, why can't we venture into something on cooking? Like then we started baking in 2016. So you find that there were gaps in the market there. When, like, I remember when for us we did a wedding cake, we really struggled to get a baker. I didn't know anyone who used to be a baker by then. So my husband now saw a gap, and with my passion I enrolled for baking classes, and that's how we started baking. I started in 2016 in October. I started in the house. My kitchen was quite spacious. That was another motivation. So we started in the kitchen. After, so I could work during the day, and then in the evening I'm busy baking. So you find myself, I'm a teacher full time, so passionate about teaching. That's why I'm not resigning anytime soon to come and bake. So this is something I really love. So I could come from classes, and then in the evening I'm baking, decorating, and then I used to have my brother who used to deliver. Yes, now 1 year down the line, we became very busy. Actually, we could do even up to 3 wedding cakes. So the space became a bit small, so we moved out. We got a shop, and with time that shop even became smaller. So that's how we ended in this big house. It's a 2-bedroom house. And now at least we're able to do as much bakings as we can. So 1 year after I started baking, not even actually 1 year, after around 3 months, we became very busy. You find that I was very intensive in marketing. I've been doing social media marketing, and it has really worked for us. So you find I really marketed, and within 2 months, the business had actually peaked. You see now, we had failed in all those businesses with my husband, but now this one decided to peak. So 2 months. So I had to get someone, I had to train my brother, I had to train my house help. You see now, those bakers watching, don't feel shy to empower someone else to help you. If you want to really make it big in this business or industry, you need to empower someone. So I empowered my brother and my house help so they could help me. It reached a point now when we moved out, I had to get other people, because now with the much bakings, I couldn't balance between, I couldn't be able to teach and at the same time bake. So I trained again other people who were able now to do the bakings in my absence. So with time now, even social media marketing became overwhelming for me. I had to get now someone to manage the social media marketing. That's how now I ended up with so many stuff. We are a team of 10 staff. We have a team of 10 staff members. Then now, apart from now baking, we've advanced with time. You find that in baking industry, at times you can have off-peak. Off-peaks can be really bad, especially back to school. You find you have rent, you have salaries to pay and all that. So and you can't keep people out. Coming in, and you can't keep people out.
And how are you able to balance between the teaching, the bakery, the vlogging, and everything else?
Yes, now actually what I do, personally, I believe in empowering other people. Yeah, you see now, for me, I've been able to create job opportunities. I've been able to empower people to start their own baking businesses. I just believe in empowering and sharing the skills. So what I've done, have empowered people. I've trained so many people who are currently working with us, and even for my social media pages, there is someone running them. So when I'm in class there, I won't be worried. Clients atapiga nikose hiyo order. We have an official line for the job. For my Facebook page and even the business page, there is someone ever running them, so I don't get worried about us missing out on orders.
And you've said you are a team of about 10 employees as of now. What and how are you able to cope during the off-peak seasons when there are not so much orders, people have bills to pay, you have your own bills to pay? How do you go about that?
Now, in that case, what we've done now, that's where the diversification came in. You see, the baking, when we started, we just started with the birthday cakes, then we graduated to wedding cakes. Now we are at a point now where we are doing the trainings. Yeah, you see now when they are off peaks, that's when now we are actively doing the trainings. Actually, the idea of training was born when we had so much space. There are no cake orders, so what we do? 5 employees. So many, there are no orders. So what we do, I now thought of, now we can pass on this skill to other people at a very affordable price. Actually, like our trainings are more of an empowerment program, because we provide ingredients, we give you the skills, you just pay so little for that. Okay. So we saw at the same time you can be getting something little as we empower other people.
You've mentioned earlier that the current working space is a 2-bedroom house, and many people out there are struggling to get workspaces. How is it working out for you, and what would be your advice?
In Kikuyu town, it's a small town with very limited shops, so we really struggled getting an open area space. But since we are mostly online, actually most of our clients are even outside Nairobi, and so we do free deliveries in Nairobi town. So considering that we don't have many walk-ins, so we got this the house, converted it to a bakery. We can see all these shelves. Actually, this was supposed to be a sitting room area, but you can see we have shelves.
Yeah.
We have spacious windows and all that, and then the machines that we are using are not the heavy duty machines. So it was so easy to convert. I would advise actually even bakers out there who are struggling to get space. You can get an apartment, make sure you meet all the standards, just convert it nicely into a bakery.
And having employees who are working under you, and you have things running even when you're not around, what would you say is the importance of having structures in business?
Actually, one thing, having good structures in business makes your work easier. You're not tired. Like when I'm in school, I don't have to get worried. There is a cake order. We have a wedding cake coming weekend. Has it been baked? Is it decorated? So when you have employees who are actually, one thing I'm really proud of them, they're very loyal, they're very hardworking. I don't have to follow them. We have a manager who is overall, who manages everyone, but you find that all of them actually are self-driven. And that's the first thing when I'm hiring, I look out for someone who is self-driven, someone who is trustworthy, someone who is honest. And now with those kind of traits, I'm able to be at peace when working or even when at home.
And what is your main focus with the cakes as at now?
Now, at the moment, our main focus is actually the birthday cakes and the wedding cakes. Those are our main specialties. We don't do cupcakes. Actually, for cupcakes, we rarely do them. We do them for special occasions, but we don't do like ziles. Ukitaka cupcake ya 10 bob, 20 bob. For us, they're usually premium. The cheapest cupcake we have is 50 bob and decorated, and 100 bob for decorated. And then besides that, we also have lactation cookies. Yeah, for lactating mothers struggling with milk production. Then now, on that same line, we also have recently a YouTube channel, mainly for one thing. As I told you earlier, I'm so passionate about baking and cooking, so I decided, why not share my skills with other people who want to just start a small, just the simple concept. So I usually share on my YouTube channel. It's Beldina'S Delicacies. Actually, it's more of a business or channel. Yes, and then we also do social media marketing besides baking, but our main specialization is cakes.
And this is social media marketing for even other organizations. Yes. So if it's a baker out there who needs to get in contact with you,
for us to run their pages, we run the pages of these other businesses. And personally, I'm doing influencer marketing. With time, because of my presence in social media, I've attracted quite a large following, so I'm also doing influencer marketing.
And what will be your advice for bakers who are starting up?
My advice is actually start with whatever you have. One thing I didn't mention when we were starting up, when we were starting this conversation, we started very small. We were at a position whereby we had started so many businesses with my husband, starting, failing, and we were at the verge of giving up in business. Now we decided, wacha tuanze hii kidogo and see how it goes. So I started in the house with just a small mixer, a small oven. So actually, with a capital of how much after the training, I think total 50,000. That covered for training, for the mixer, for the oven, and simple baking tools. So that's how we started. We started small, and here we are today. So what I would encourage other bakers out there who want to start to venture into baking business, it's possible. Just start the training, do training, then start small, invest in your equipment. You don't have to have like hundreds of thousands for you to start. Actually, on my channel, I've also done how to start a baking business on a small scale. Yeah, it's doable, it's possible.
And what are the main lessons that you've learned along the way?
So some of the lessons I've learned is that for your business to pick and drive, you really have to be passionate. You have to sacrifice. You see, some people just see the glamour and the glow of a business. there those are challenges that we've gone through. Like you find machines breaking down, you find like the mixer, you buy the substandard ones or ones that don't really meet your capacity, they break down. Ovens are broken down. What else? Recipes sometimes have been backfired. So along the way, have learned how to at least overcome challenges. Challenges will be there in businesses. Have learned to be passionate, to sacrifice, and find ways of overcoming those challenges.
And how was it like acquiring the tools, ingredients? Was it a hassle for you, or?
Yeah, actually at the first it was a hassle. What I did, as I told you, we started with a few tools and equipment. So with time we've been acquiring little by little. Like actually there are so many baking tools and accessories. Like for example, now in Topserve we have so much. You can't go and one day I want everything that you have. So we've been acquiring on need basis. And up to now we have almost everything that is needed. But we can't say we have everything. Yeah, it's acquiring little by little, little by little.
So you build yourself gradually as you grow.
Yeah.
And how has it been shopping with Topserve?
So now, one thing I really like about Topserve is the online shopping. So me having an online business, I've come to appreciate online shopping. So what I do, it's just on my phone, I just check on your website, on the Topserve's website, what I need, place my order, pay through the till number, the pay bill, and they're delivered up to my doorstep. Yeah, hassle free. That's what I really like. And then again, you find variety. It's not, I will not order and I'm told this one is not, we don't have this, we don't have this. So variety, having everything under one roof, it's also a good advantage. You don't have to keep on hustling from here and there.
And how do you get to learn about what things we as Topserve have brought in as new products? When we have offers, how are you?
I am a serious follower of your Facebook page. Yeah,
thank you for that.
So I keep following like what do you have new, and then one thing I like, when you bring anything new, you explain the advantages of that tool. It's not just like posting. We have a tool, we have a cake leveler, we have a mixer, we have what you explain the specs of each and every item, and that is what I really like. So when I see you've brought something new or something is on offer, I get into it. Or now, like the moment you're having a sale for the Pristine, so I get those updates. When I see now like Pristine is down from 450 to 380, I rush very fast and place my order.
Yes. What are the challenges you faced as a baker?
Now, challenges will always be there in every business. So for us here, actually, my first challenge was pricing my cakes. You see, now I went and trained. I didn't have a costing and pricing session. So what I did, I just copy pasted the prices of my trainer.
Wow.
So without even caring to know like why is she selling her cakes the way she was selling. So I found myself, when I now moved from the house and rented a space and had employees, times I could not break even, and I was wondering what is the problem. So I went back now. When I attended a costing and pricing session, I realized there's some things I was not factoring in, like the rent we were paying, like the salaries and all that. Yeah. So you find it was a challenge. But now after I did that, we reviewed our prices upwards slightly, not so much. That really helped us in at least breaking even in our business. We were able to pay our bills, and at least by the end of the day take something home. So, and due to that, actually, that's why when I'm training my students, I've now incorporated costing and pricing in our sessions. So after they train, we usually take them through pricing and how to cost and price their cakes.
And what is so important about costing and pricing of cakes?
Yes, now in costing and pricing, you get to know the nitty gritty details. You see, like sometimes you may not factor in the cost of that soap that is washing those utensils. And you know, the baking equipment can be so many, you can use so much in one cake. So you need to factor in the cost of that soap, the cost of that water, the cost of that the units of the power being used, the cost of the cake balls, everything that is going into that cake.
You mentioned earlier that you also do trainings. What are the packages that you have, and how can one participate in your trainings? Actually,
for trainings, we have different packages. We factor in everyone. That person who is working and want to start a baking business and don't have so much time for the full course. So we have we have the beginners baking and cake decoration course, which takes 5 days. We charge 15,000. We provide all the ingredients, but currently we are actually the package is subsidized. We are charging 12,000. In that training, you get to learn how to bake vanilla cake, how to bake sponge cakes. You get to know how to bake fruit cakes, how to decorate using buttercream, whipping cream, and fondant. And for us, we provide the ingredients. You bake and carry your cakes home.
What are the minimum requirements for your students when they are coming in?
Yes, so for the, for example, now for the beginners course that I've talked about, you simply need to pay the fees. Even class 8 leavers, anyone can learn. This is a hands-on skill, so anyone can learn. So you simply need to be passionate, and for us here now, when you come, we teach you how to do the hands-on skills. You need to, you usually carry your an apron, hairnet, and the shoes to wear in the bakery, just that. And then now, for those who want, we also have another package that is wedding cake masterclass. So for those who want to advance, now those who have learned the baking skills, those who want to decorate a cake like this, so we have a wedding cake masterclass, which is 20,000. So you come with baking skill, with the basic skills, and then I will teach you the advanced technique. And then we also have a class for pastries, like the likes of Swiss rolls, croissants, cinnamon rolls, and all that. And then also traditional themed cakes. You've seen these cakes like kiondo,
the pots,
yeah. We also have a class for that. Then now we have a full course, which is 3 months, and 1 month internship. So we train for 2 months, and then you take 1 month internship.
So they actually get to work with you here at the bakery.
Yeah, we give you the skills and give you time to advance and perfect the skills. Yeah, the full course is currently at 50,000.
And why would one opt to come to Beldina'S Delicacies baking school? Because there are very many baking schools out there.
Now, for us, one thing that I really encourage a student to come and train with us, ours is more of an empowerment program. For me, I want to see people get jobs. I want to see people at least get out of joblessness and create jobs for themselves, or be self-employed.
Yeah.
So what we do, our fees are very affordable. We give authentic recipes. The recipes that we ourselves use is what we share with our students. Again, we also give the business tips, like marketing tips, costing and pricing, and also simple bookkeeping. And then besides that, we do a follow-up. Like now, after you're done with the training, we follow up to mentor you and ensure that you're well equipped with baking skills and you're not getting any challenges out there.
If one wanted to get in touch with you, how would they reach you?
So I would encourage them to Facebook page, Beldina'S Delicacies, Instagram, Beldina'S Delicacies. When you DM us, we'll always respond. But our main contact is the WhatsApp number or phone number 0748 000 202. We are just a phone call away.
It's the marketing and baking, the vlogging, the teaching, anything else that Beldina has hands in.
Yes, so we also have a restaurant. It's called Elegant Executive Restaurant. It has a result. Actually, it's a child of Beldina'S Delicacies. So because I told you I'm so passionate about cooking, so I decided now besides baking, I can also now put my skills on cooking. So I decided we have a restaurant. It's called Elegant Executive Restaurant. It's located at Applewood Building at Adams, just directly opposite Adams Arcade Shopping Center. First floor, room 101. So mmekaribishwa sana. We do fine dining, so you're most welcome. Besides that, now there is the YouTube, Beldina'S Delicacies YouTube. Please guys, subscribe if you want these authentic good recipes to use at home. That's your channel. Please subscribe and support us.
Welcome back. We are at Beldina'S Delicacies workshop, and we will get to know what she has in store for us today.
So next we're going to show you how to use the stand mixer.
What will we be mixing today?
So today we are mixing a whipping cream, a pristine whipping cream. So here we are mixing pristine whipping cream. At Beldina'S Delicacies, we like using pristine. Reason being, we don't chill it. Actually, like right now, it was just delivered from Topserve.
Reason why you don't chill, could it be because of the weather? Because you might find mtu kwa kuna joto, anaweza whip tu pia yeye hivyo ama?
We have an advantage. The weather is not so hot. Kikuyu ni baridi. So if you're living in a very hot area, kina Kitengela, Ukambani, Garissa, you need to chill it. Yeah, so we're going to pour it.
Na sasa kwa sababu tuko jikoni, tuliingia hapa tukapata tulipatiwa hairnets, tukapatiwa viatu za kubadilisha. Hizo ni standard hapa ama ni it should be the same kila mahali?
Actually, ni standards, that's how it should be. You see now when food handling, hairnet, kwa viatu, we prefer when you come with your shoes, you leave them outside the bakery, and then now here we use Crocs, clean ones, and then they're also comfortable. Or one, we use the Crocs for comfort and for hygiene purposes. That's how it should be in all the bakeries. Actually, even when our students are coming to train, we tell them those are the necessities. Hara nyinyi tungewapea memo. Ni vile tulisahau tuambie bebeni hairnets, mkitoka hapa we bought them from Topserve. You people mta to refund. Mta to refund hairnets, and we actually, when we have students coming, we tell them to carry theirs. The hairnets, the shoes, and kitchen towels and aprons. At least ulijibebea apron.
Nilijaribu kidogo.
Yeah. So now we have our whipping cream there. Then sasa it's the whisk. Good. So now this is where our speeds come in. So your mixing bowl should well fit, and the splash guard should actually be firm on it. Then now we have a space here. If you want to add some ingredient, this is the space that you use for the same. Yeah, so now we're going to turn it on. This is where now our speed the difference comes in. So when you're starting, you start at low speed, and then when it starts getting firm, you go to the higher speed. If we start with the higher speed, it will spill even beyond the splash gun.
And how long does it take before it firms up?
Sometimes it depends with that's where the temperature now comes in. At times it can take around 5 minutes, other times 10 minutes.
So depending on how cool your cream actually is from the starting point.
Yeah, and the speed. Okay. You see now it's forming. Yes, now we're going to check our whipping cream, whether it's ready. Now it's whipped cream because it has been whipped. Actually, it's so firm. It's ready.
So now our whipped cream is ready to use. What is next from here?
Now next, I'm going to show you how to level the cakes. We need to level the cakes before we decorate. So I'm going to show you how to. I'm going to show like our people how to level the cakes, and then we're going to decorate using the whipping cream. So before I go to that, I'll introduce the tools that I'm going to use for leveling. We have the serrated knife. This is the best one for trimming off the upper part. Sometimes you find when you bake the cake cannot be so well balanced, so it's good you trim it first for neatness. So then we have the small leveler for leveling the small cakes. Then we have now this one for leveling 10-inch cakes and bigger ones. It's adjustable. So for this one we can use it from a 10-inch cake. So this is how we do it. So this is how now you level your cakes. You rotate it as you go. So it's very efficient. Actually, you don't have to keep on asking, now, am I right? Si kupima na macho. This one is the best one for this. So you must have very flat tops to ensure. Actually, our cakes already, because of the recipes that we use, the tops are already flat. But we need to make them flat, so that they are equal. So use the serrated knife for that. And actually, guys, remember all these tools and accessories are available at Topserve. Now the next thing, now we're going to use the small leveler. So we're going to tot our cake using this leveler. So we're going. Nice. Good, yeah. You see, it's so swift, it's so fast. So you see now we have our cakes very flat
and very even.
Yes, and very even. So we are going to do the same with this one.
Wow.
Yes, you see the way they're so even. Actually, the levelers play a great role. And like kutumia the knife, you find that utakuwa nyingine iko hivi, ingine iko hivyo. So when you use the leveler, all of them are well even. The next step now, we are going to apply cream on our layers. So this is just, you use the palette knife for that matter. The palette knife, I also got it from Topserve. So you see now everything actually I'm using for all my cake decor, everything I'm sorted with Topserve.
And for the palette knives, is there a specific size that's suitable? Any size can work properly comfortable? Actually,
for palette knife, you have different sizes. But for you now, you need to get a size that is not so big for yourself. Now, like this one, it's the medium size. For medium size, I find it good to use. But if you're decorating a big cake, you use a big one.
Okay.
We are decorating strawberry cake. Actually we've baked it using my moon flavor. It's usually very nice and yummy. Then we have our favorite orange premium. Yeah, our most favorite cake, it's orange premium. It's actually very yummy. So you're going to taste it after this and you're going to like it. So we also have other signature flavors like lemon blueberry. Actually, lemon blueberry is the most selling, and then followed by this orange premium, and then strawberry, the strawberry one.
And for the orange premium, you use the flavor or you use the natural fruit?
We use the natural fruit and the natural juice. Yeah, the natural zest and the juice itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are there any tips you'd like to give to fellow bakers?
Actually now, like now you see in application, you see the way I'm applying the whipping cream, I'm going one direction. So you find for beginners, some tend to go like this, you just mess up with your cake. Then the first step, you also apply a very thin layer. Then after you apply the thin layer, you put it in the fridge for like 5 minutes, then you come back to decorate it.
So the first, the thin layer that you're going to put on the side.
Yes.
And then refrigerate. Why are we refrigerating it?
So that the crumb, that layer, we call it crumb coat, so that the crumbs are well stuck on the cake. So that when you're applying your second layer, your crumbs are not like all over your cake.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, so now another tip for a baker, again, quality cakes are good. Like you need to get perfect recipes. You see there's so many recipes on YouTube and all that, but some of them when you bake they backfire and all that. So you need, actually that's why I encourage most bakers, even if you've learned from YouTube, learn that for practice or for home purposes. But if you want to use if you want to go the commercial way, get the right recipes such that you're able to know which recipe will give you the best 10-inch, which recipe will give you the best 8-inch and all that. So that is very important.
And where would one get these recipes?
So now, like for us, for example, here we do train. We have a school of baking, whereby now we train people on how to bake with the correct kind of recipes. And yeah, so training is very important for every baker who wants to venture into baking for commercial purposes.
So you also give the recipes to your students?
Yes, we do. When you come to train with us, we give you the best recipes that we have.
And are these recipes available for sale?
Yes, actually we sell them, but for us we sell them in a way because they are a bit complex. So if you want to buy our recipes, they come with the video tutorials. Like in our case now, we have, they go for $1,200 or $25. So if you want to buy our recipes, you buy them together with our video tutorials. So it becomes easy for you.
So you actually have, like, you're actually attending a class at your own comfort?
Yes, yes, or the online classes.
And what would be the third tip for the bakers?
Another third tip is to be keen when taking your orders. You have to be very keen. You ask, when a client places their order, make sure to note the flavor they want, make sure to know the size of the cake, the message to be written, delivery time and all that. Actually, every baker should have a diary whereby you keep tabs with all your orders. Yes, and then again, as I said earlier on, learning never stops with us bakers. There are new trends each and every day. So every baker should at least learn. For us, we've been baking for the last 5 years, but we keep on learning every day. Every day, actually, like every day I must take some time to go to YouTube, Google, and learn something. I also do physical trainings. Even now, like I'm planning to go for an advanced sugar flour class in Uganda at Pius Chomuna. I know you must be knowing, most of bakers have heard of him. So yeah, you keep on learning and advancing every day.
So beka na daktari wako wiki moja tu.
Kabisa.
Beka nayo lazima ongeze.
Yes, lazima.
And for the YouTube channels,
yes,
which are your go-to people to watch?
I watch Natasha's Kitchen. There is a Preppy and Man About Cake. Those are my #1 people for learning. And then for sugar flowers, I learned from Evelyn Ishuki, and she even teaches them up to date. So, and I keep on at least learning more now from the YouTube.
So I'm seeing like on this cake you've like put a lot of cream. Where would that be?
Now actually one tip when you're using icing cones, the secret have a lot of a thick layer of your cream. So if you put a thin layer, you find that your cream, your cake will be left naked on some areas. So just have a very thick layer of the same. You see now for smoothing, you can smoothen with your palette knife as I'm doing, or now you can use the combs. Like we have one that smoothens the cakes. So I'm just now we are done with the cream application. Now next I'm going to show you how to smoothen and all that. And if you're using the palette knife, actually one thing, if you really want your cake to be smooth, you can dip it in hot water, then wipe it, then smoothen your cake. Yeah.
And the temperature change on the knife will not affect the cream in any way?
No, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it will just smooth and perfect. So now you see for the icing cones we have different patterns, so it depends which pattern suits you most. So you can choose to use this one, this one, this one, any. And again with them you have to be very patient for you to get a nice cake. Be patient with them. You can try layer one. If it doesn't come out nicely, apply more cream and then keep on repeating until you get the pattern that you want.
So once you've done the sides of the cake,
yeah,
I see most people have like flowers on top of the cake using cream, and I can see the consistency of the cream is not something you can actually mold. Yeah. How do you go about getting the flowers on the cake?
Now what we do, we have the piping bag and the nozzle. This is a nozzle 1M. So you just just insert it on the piping bag, and then you put your cream inside.
And can you add color to the cream?
Yes, you can. Actually for the cream now it's at this stage that you add any color that you want. You separate, you just put a portion in a different bowl and put the colors.
And considering we have both powder and gel colors,
yes,
which is the best? Which one goes best with the cream?
For the cream, gel colors are the best. Yeah, for the Americana, Wilton and all that, those ones are the best. And then for the gel colors are mostly for fondant, but I always recommend, for the powder colors are best with the fondant, but I always recommend gel colors. They're the best to work with. And then for the cream, because it doesn't have too much sugar, you put a little food color so that it doesn't get bitter. Yes, now you see, now once we have our cream like this, so this is how we do. We have different patterns. You can either do like this, you can do these. See.
And so what pattern is this that we're getting with
these ones are rosettes. So now to decorate your cake more, you can use the gold leaf. Actually now, like this type of gold leaf, it's safe on food, but it's not edible. So when you're decorating a cake for your clients, always make sure to notify them that this decoration is safe to use on food, but it's not edible. So when they are cutting, they can just avoid eating them.
And we actually also have the edible gold leaf available at Topserve, sugar flare 24 karat gold leaf, and we also have the silver leaf. So for the sugar flare one, that is actually edible.
Perfect. Actually, that is what I will order next time. It's good to have something that is attractive and at the same time edible.
Yeah. So this is non-edible but food contact safe. The sugar flare is now edible.
Yeah. Awesome. That is nice. Now we see, now we continue to add more decorations on our cakes. Now we have the sprinkles.
No, also I have noticed a lot of people use gloves in the kitchen. Is it something that is mandatory or is it optional?
You can either use gloves or your bare hands, but if you're using your bare hands, ensure you wash them frequently. Like for us here, we have a permanent sink with soap and water. We're ever washing our hands. And for personally, I find using gloves a bit slowing me down, and again sticky. Like when I'm rolling the fondant, nikitumia gloves naziacha kwa icing sugar, so I prefer using my bare hands and then washing frequently. But I would advise people out there, if you're using again, I have polish. This is gel, so it doesn't chip, but if you're using the normal polish, ensure you have gloves so that it doesn't chip on your cake and all that. Yeah, but the key is hygiene. Wash your hands as frequently as you can.
Okay. And for the sprinkles, naona umerusha tu
kama mtama venye sisi ushago unaenda unaskata hivyo.
Is it hivyo tu ndio jinsi ya kuweka, ama there is a special technique to it?
Actually, now for this one, I find it easy to just sprinkle with my hands, and so that they're just scattered everywhere the way I want them. But I don't know whether there is other technique of doing it. If you have any other technique, leave it under the comment section to some appear. But I find it easy just holding them a little and sprinkling them. Yeah, it's even fun actually. Now our cake is almost done, but before then, you see, birthday cakes, you need to have messages. At times you may be so busy to keep on cutting the words or writing. Then we have these beautiful toppers. You can see actually they're very beautiful, and I prefer using them frequently because they make the cakes more beautiful and unique. Yeah, so this, like for this is, you simply put it at the top of your cake and ensure the message is visible. So we have different types of toppers. There is also this one, you see now, and now for this one you have to peel. You see now there is a difference between the where I have peeled and where it's not peeled. For you to get that shiny look, you must ensure you peel it. Yes, so this is how you peel it. And it peels so fast. Yes, glittering, very smooth and beautiful. We have different ones. Actually, there is also this one, a paper topper. Yes, you see how beautiful it is. You can even decide to have it on our cake. Yes, for kids' birthdays and all that. You see now kids will tell you, I want a Spider-Man themed topper, I want a Mickey Mouse, I want Sophia the First,
Frozen.
Yeah, Frozen and all that. They have all those toppers. Actually now all these toppers and many more, edible prints, the paper toppers, the acrylics and all that, you will get them at Topserve. Actually, I like the quality of their toppers. Very nice, very strong and firm. And then another thing, now there is also the edible prints that we don't have here. They have very high quality edible prints. That's where we get everything decoration. Yani you can see from everything that I've used, from the board, actually from the board that I placed my cake on, from the whipping cream, from the sprinkles, the gold leaf, the toppers, the palette knife I used, and simply everything. Topserve.
And for the toppers, we also customize toppers. If you want it to read like, maybe if you are doing for Beldina, we would have written Happy Birthday Beldina. That now we do them customized, but you have to place the order in advance. It takes about 2 to 4 hours depending on how swift you are with confirming your orders. So, and we have different types. We have the mirror toppers. These come in gold, pink, purple, blue, red, and we also have the glitter gold and silver, and we also have the black and the wooden toppers as well. For paper toppers, same case. We have the glitter paper toppers. So we have glitter gold, purple, pink, and blue as well. Then we have the cardstock paper toppers. We also have these on order for the customized ones, the ones that have those that are specific to details.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Thank you so much to people who have come to make our work very easy and make our cakes attractive and beautiful. We really appreciate your service.
You're very much welcome.
Thank you. Yes, now finally there we have our cake full. Now the next thing ni kukata tukule, na watu wa Topserve nikiwashukuru for the amazing work they are doing and making our work easy as bakers.
And you can also make your orders with Beldin for your birthday cakes, your wedding cakes. By the way, she has a lot going on behind.
Yeah, oh yes.
They are preparing a wedding. And I think there are two weddings.
Yeah, 4 weddings actually. 4 weddings on Saturday. Yeah.
So you've said you have 4 weddings.
Yes.
On coming Saturday.
Yes.
How do you manage 4 weddings on a single day?
So actually what we've done, actually for me, I'm really passionate about empowering people. So what I've done, I've trained many people. I have 10 employees in total who help with any work. So no matter how many, actually, but for the weddings, we take a maximum of 4 because of the intensity of work. But I have people who can do that. They are perfect, well trained. Here we have fixed recipes. We have, like, let's say if you are doing a lemon blueberry or a fruit cake, we have a fixed recipe for that and a fixed recipe for fondant and all that. So when I train people to bake, I'm sure at least the quality will be maintained because of the recipes that we have that are fixed and the experience. Yeah, so mine, I really, through empowerment, through delegating, we are able to do so much.
What makes your cake so unique, considering now that you have actually 4 wedding cakes? We've seen you dispatch some birthday cakes earlier on. What makes your cake so unique?
Now, our cakes are unique in that we have very special recipes. So when I started, I embarked on a journey to do research. Personally, there are those recipes I was trained with, and then now besides those one, I embarked on a journey to do a lot of research to ensure that I have the best recipes in the market. So I could get into into my kitchen late at night. I'm just inventing, trying out here and there. Personally, I used to really love cakes when I was baking. Now, so when I was in coming up with my recipes, I knew what I wanted. Yeah, and the moment when I baked and I give my clients, actually my cousins and my aunts used to be the testers, so they could tell me it's good or it's not that good until I perfected. And our recipes are unique and perfect. Actually, anyone who orders cakes from us, they always come back for more. That's why we have all these referrals. Actually, like these wedding cakes are all referrals.
Wow.
Yes.
And you've said you train your staff with your recipes, those that you've worked for, you've researched, you've actually invested in those recipes.
Yes.
And I find that most bakers don't actually share their recipes with others.
Yeah.
Are you not worried that they will go about your recipes and...
Now about that, actually I'm not worried because like there is so much market. There is a big market for everyone. So even when I give my students, because I want them to be as good or even better than I am. A teacher will always be a teacher. A teacher who wants their student to become even better. Yeah. So what I do, I don't like hide the recipes. I share with them because I believe there is a market for everyone. Like I've been training for 3 years now and I've never complained that my clients were stolen by my students. No, I train them and tell them, now go out there is market for everyone. market yourself.
For the trainings, what makes Beldina'S Delicacies School of Baking the best option for the students out there?
Now for us, we give good authentic recipes. We don't just give 80 recipes in Vivi. We give good authentic recipes. 2, we ensure that we mentor those who come to bake. So when you come to train with us, actually the trainings are practicals. You will bake your own cake, we will help you decorate and everything. So the trainings are practical. We mentor you if you want to start your baking business. So we work with you step by step. If you go out there, I will teach, actually on the class before you leave, I will give you marketing tips, how to price and cost your cakes. And then now when you go home and you're baking and you're stuck, you can always consult. Yes.
And for the trainings, are they also available online?
Yes, we have also online classes. Like actually we even have students from Nigeria, Uganda. We share the online courses through email. Yeah.
So one has to like contact you so that they can be registered for the class?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for the online class, they contact us and we register them. Then for the physical classes, we don't restrict ourselves just within Kikuyu, Nairobi. We also have students coming from Kisumu, from Mombasa, from Meru, everywhere, because we organize accommodation for them.
With the current pandemic, how is it holding the physical classes? How are you managing that?
Now actually with the current class, what we do, we make sure we actually, as you can see, our bakery is very spacious. Yeah. We take a maximum of 5 for social distancing, and then they are ever on mask. Yes.
So you ensure you followed all the COVID-19 protocols?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Beldin, for taking us through this, because this was like a whole class. And I hope our viewers have learned something from the practicals today. And everything that we've used during the tutorials are all available at our Topserve branches. We have 2 branches in Nairobi, Accra Road branch and Kimathi House branch. We also have branches in Kisumu, Eldoret, Nakuru and Meru. So you can visit either of our shops, make your inquiries, make your orders online, or you can also walk into the shops.
So many thanks to Topserve. Actually, I would really like to appreciate Topserve. I don't know without Topserve what we bakers could be doing, because you have everything all under one roof, and we really appreciate that. To the bakers and viewers out there, Topserve is your one-stop shop for everything baking related. Thank you. So that's it for today's series of Baker's Diaries. Be sure to subscribe, like and share. Follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook and Instagram. Till next time, see you and bye.